Hello, welcome to Katie's Kitchen. I'm Katie, and today I'm making sourdough starter. Okay, and there it is right there. Hooch on the bottom, lots of bubbles on top. But it wasn't today that I made the sourdough starter. It was 3 o'clock in the morning the other day because I couldn't sleep. So this is actually the second feeding. Originally I used 1 cup of water, 1 cup of flour to start it, and then the next day I used half a cup of water, half a cup of flour to feed it, but I didn't discard, obviously. That's not supposed to happen, I guess. And I'm not sure if the hooch is supposed to be on the bottom either. But what do I know? It's been over a decade since I made sourdough starter, and when I did make sourdough starter over a decade ago, I used self-rising flour and put it on top of a warm stove because I was baking cookies. And I forgot about it, and it turned into the blob and took over the surface of my stove. It was a rather large jar of sourdough starter from what I recall. Anyway, so here I'm stirring up the sourdough starter, I guess with the hooch. I suppose you're supposed to do that. I don't know. I mean, does anybody research these things before they do them? The only thing I research before I do them is canning. This I can, I can throw this away if it goes bad. And it won't set me back anything, really much of anything anyway. Oh, I'm so messy. So yeah, there it is stirred up. I'm using not a wooden spoon, but a silicone spatula I got in a set off of Amazon. They're pretty nifty. And now I'm going to fish for some other jar to put it in, hopefully the same size. And the plan was to discard half of it and feed the other half. Oh, here we go. I've got the same size jar. That's a miracle. Now, I thought about pouring it in real quick here, and I stirred so I could think about it, and eventually I realized that, maybe not such a good idea to do that because I want the sides to be clean. So I got my measuring cup, and I poured it into that. I poured in about 3/4 of a cup to start with, and then I decided, no, I just need a half a cup of starter. Thought about it. Let's ruminate about it for just a second, Katie. No, I don't like the level on that. I'm gonna pour some of that out. So I did. I poured some of it out and got to half a cup of starter, and I was satisfied with that. Good job. So now I'm fumbling for the flour, and what I did at first is I actually grabbed the sugar. Well, that's not the sugar, but I did actually accidentally grab the sugar and couldn't figure out why it wasn't flour. It was really early, and I hadn't had my coffee yet. Whatever. So I put in a half a cup of water, messily. Is messily a word? I don't know. Now, I did edit out the sugar part, but here's the flour. And since I used my half cup for water, I said, nope, I'm not going to get the flour wet. So here's my 1 cup measuring cup, and I'm just going to guess about how much is a half a cup. When I'm baking, where's my mind? When I'm baking, I use a scale to measure my ingredients because it comes out with a better product. So now I've gone and piled those measuring cups on top of the other crap in the sink that I need to take care of, that I'm walking by and acknowledging, and hey there, messy dishes. I see you there. You need to go in the dishwasher. Okay, have a nice day. And I am back to stirring with the spatula. You're going to see this little spatula a lot. I don't even know if it's called a spatula. I know what they call it on TikTok, but that's not what they were originally intended for. And that's certainly not what I use it for. Anyway, so I'm stirring it up, and I've got my clean jar there behind me, and I really don't know why I'm bothering to wipe it off here, but I did. And I stirred it again, and I guess maybe I'm trying to get the lumps out. It was really lumpy, and I'm not sure if that's part of my problem, like with the hooch being on the bottom or not. If you have any idea if I've done something wrong, please let me know in the comments. Okay, so lump, lump, lump. Looks like it, yeah, that doesn't look very appetizing, but anyway, it turned out to be, I think, about a cup of starter down inside that jar, and I've got clean sides. Yay! So now I'm going to put some, those are coffee filters, 2 coffee filters, and I'm going to cram the ring down on it and twist the ring on. And it doesn't matter if this ring is finger tight or cranked down or whatever. I mean, it's just paper. It's not like I'm sticking this in the canner. Anyway, I did clean up my mess, and by clean up I mean that it basically got smeared across the surface of the stove, which I'll have to go back later and clean up myself. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hello, welcome to Katie's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you that I can't speak English. Crap in hell. Hello, welcome to Katie's Kitchen. I'm Katie, and today I'm going to talk about my sourdough starter. I used a lot of words that I can't remember to write it, and that's hooch on the bottom, and I suck.